Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? It's Patience, Empty Nest Crafters. Today is Saturday, and it is April 5th. So, I was going to come on last week, but it rained, so my husband didn't have a car race to go to because it got rained out, which is nice. We need the rain. If you can hear my vicious little 8-pound creature back there barking. She likes to bark once the sun goes down, and the sun is gone. So she's out there barking at the dark. I apologize. You're going to hear it. I can't make her stop. Okay, so I have one fully finished object that I'm going to show you. I have a project that I've decided I'm no longer going to work on. I have a couple of WIPS and my plans. One of my WIPS is a new start, and I'm so excited about it. So, okay, let's get the one I've decided I'm no longer going to do out of the way. Put my glasses up here in case I need them. This is local conditions from Satsuma Street. I've realized I am not a temperature stitch girl. The project is cute. It was fun while I was doing it, but I'm not that girl. So, at least not in this span of my life. So, this is not going to be finished. I'm going to do away with it. This is how far I got. It's the same place it was last time you saw it. So I don't know if I'm going to pull all these stitches out or if I'm just going to cut that piece off and find something else to do with this fabric. It's really pretty fabric. It's Torrid from Picture This Plus. So, I mean, it's very pretty fabric. I love it. So I don't know if I'm going to... That's a lot of stuff to sit there and pull out. But maybe one day if I'm bored but don't feel like stitching, I'll just sit there. So I'll keep this by my table on my table beside my stitchy spot in my living room, and maybe I'll just work on it a little bit at a time, pulling it out so that I have all this fabric. So yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. It wasn't making me happy. It felt more like a chore, so I'm doing away with that one. Sorry if anybody was enjoying seeing that. Not my cup of tea. Okay, my fully finished object is St. Patrick's Day from Primrose Cottage. My husband made me a frame. It's rough wood. And this is on Lemonade from Grace Notes Fabric. I couldn't remember what it was. I think last time I said I think it was Be Stitch Me, but no, it's Grace Notes Fabric. It's Lemonade. Something lemonade. Anyways, 16 count Ada. And this is my full finish. I'm so happy with it. Yes, I know it's not perfect. There's a little more room down here than there is up here, but it's done. I had it up for St. Patrick's Day in my living room, and it looked nice. So now I can store it away. Haha! Now that I've shown it to you. So yeah. That's my fully finished object. That's the back. It's not pretty, but it just leans up on a shelf so no one sees the back anyways. I'm really happy with it. I didn't use any of the Diamond. I just used other colored fabrics. And so you see this is a lighter 17. I switched the colors. That's what happens when you're watching TV and you are cross stitching. Sometimes you switch the colors by accident. But I still think it looks good. It was a lot of fun. It was a quick stitch. I did it in a few days. It was nice. I enjoyed it. And now I have it every year to display. Okay, my next one, I have fallen behind on, y'all. Well, I was going to say these next few days coming up might be a good time to stitch on it because we're supposed to get, like, I'm in a sweater today because the temperature dropped. Yeah, Mother Nature's crazy. Yesterday it got up to 98, and I think today it didn't even get out of the 70s. And the wind's been blowing from the north, so it's been cold. And I think tonight it's supposed to drop into the 40s. Hello, Texas spring. But what I have fallen behind on is my Santa's 12 Days of Christmas from Prairie Schooler. So I'm working on 5 through 8 are my next ones. I should have had 5 done already. I don't. I did start. Now, last time I meant to show you number 4 and I didn't have it with me, and I promised you I'd show it to you this time. I'm doing this on a Charles Craft 14 count Ada blanket, basically. So I'll show you. There's 1. Oh, there's the 1. Okay, 2, 3, and there's 4, which I didn't show you last time. So there's my 4 calling birds. And then here's my start on 5. And yes, I have 2 hanging threads because I was working on 2 colors at the same time. And then I put it away. And I haven't pulled it back out since. I told myself I was going to pull it out at the end of the month and work on it, and I didn't. And then I told myself I was going to work on it this week because my brother had called and asked me to go and stay with his girls for a few days, and I figured this was something I could take with me. I wouldn't need a magnifier, wouldn't really need my extra light. I could just take this and the thread and work on it. And then he ended up not going where he thought he was going to go, so I didn't have to go stay. So it didn't get work done. And that is life. And that's because I've become obsessed with something else, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, my next WIP is Alice from RETM. And the last time I showed it to you, I just had like this center block done. I had done 1 full page. I have the whole top done now. Not her, but the top of the square. So I'm like here, but minus Alice and the little rabbit you can't see. There he is. There's the rabbit. And this is on 16 count lightly salted, not roasted from Bestitch Me. And this is where I am. Isn't it great? Now, I did have to change her skin tone because the skin tone it called for was the exact same color as my fabric. So I just pulled the skin tone from Tweedledee and Tweedledum and plugged it in here. But that's where I'm at so far. I've been using all of the called for DMC. And it's been fun. I had to force myself to put it away. I didn't have to force myself long, because my next project I got really involved in, but this has been great. I have loved this, and I was very happy with my stopping point. So I got the top half of the square done. So the next time this comes out, I'll do the bottom half, and then depending on where I am in that month, maybe I can get Alice and the white rabbit in. I still think I'm just not going to fill this in. It's filled in with a dark color. I think it's filled in with this shade right here. And I like it open like that. I think it's very pretty. And you can see the white for the teacup, so I don't need to shade around it. So, I mean, yeah, it would make it bolder and brighter, but I like it just the way it is. I think it's very pretty, just like that. And you can see the smoke that'll be coming from the caterpillar who's down here somewhere. Got Tweedledee, Tweedledum, the hat for the Mad Hatter, the teacup, the drink potion, which I haven't watched Alice in Wonderland in so long. I don't remember if the potion makes her bigger or smaller. I'm sure y'all are screaming it at me right now. I want to say it makes her smaller, but don't quote me on that. I don't know. And I like all the hearts, the clubs, the little bitty diamond in there, the spade. So yeah, I've really enjoyed working on this. I'm glad I got it. It's been fun. And I was so happy that my schedule told me to pull her out. Did I stray from my schedule this month? Yes, I did. But this was on schedule, and I'm happy with it. And I apologize for my dog. Oh, mercy. Alice, R-E-T-M, on Bestitch Me Fabric. Okay. So according to my schedule, I'm supposed to be working on Hannah Lynn, the mini library fairy. But I didn't feel like pulling her out because I had worked on her previous months when she wasn't scheduled. But I did get a whim for another pretty lady. Not your traditional pretty lady, because I think those are normally like wow, the name just totally evaded my head right now. The fancy ladies. Wow. Y'all, menopause is kicking my butt. The brain fog is real. And it's worse than when I was pregnant with my children. Things just, they're gone. Like, not even here. I can picture the patterns I'm thinking of in my head, but who does them? It's one lady, Nora Corbett. There we go. And then her other line that she does. Yeah. Those are, when I hear people say fancy ladies, that's who I normally think of, but I think she's a fancy lady that I'm working on. This is Woodland Enchantress, and she's from Dimensions. And I think she's absolutely gorgeous. My oldest daughter got her for me for Christmas, along with 3 others. She's so pretty. I'm doing her with the threads that came in the kit, but I am using pre-gridded fabric. It's either a 16 count or an 18 count. When I put the ruler to it and counted the squares in an inch, it was 17. And I've never heard of 17 count Ada, so she's 16 count, 18 count. Do you go up or down on the count when the count's not right? And I counted in like 4 different places and it all came up 17, so I don't know. But this is who I'm working on. And I started up here in the upper left-hand corner. And I'm not going square by square. I just take a color and I bring it down as far as I feel like going. And I'm just kind of working my way across. Which is going to get me to her face really quickly. Well, quickly. But, yeah. And, I think I'm breaking the rules with Dimensions. I'm just doing it all 2 threads over 1 square. I'm not doing 3 threads, half stitch, 5 threads, half stitch. I'm not doing that. It's 2 threads over 1 square, full cross. Everything. So, there she is in all of her beautiful glory. And I'm in the trees. So, this is where I am. Isn't that so pretty? Y'all. And I contacted Simplicity, who owns Dimensions now, and I just had to send them proof that I have the kit, that it was purchased, and they sent me the PDF, which went into Pattern Keeper just fine. And I've heard people say that the back stitches don't go in, but they showed up on mine. Now, I probably can't mark them off on Pattern Keeper, but they're there. But that's helping with this a lot. So, here's where I am. And there's been some colors that when I'm putting them in, I'm like, really? That shade for a tree? The it's shading, and it's sunset or sunrise, you know, so it's all different colors shining down into the trees. And so I'm really happy with this. I think I'm like 6, maybe 7% done. So I'm cooking along. I've only been working on it a week, maybe. Not even that long. I probably started the last day of March. So I'm happy with it. Totally obsessed. Totally. Oh, can you see my cover? Let me move my needle so you can see my cover minder. I made that. My needle holder, cover minder, whatever you want to call it. I got this pin stitch in this little camera when we went to Disney, and I just clipped the little pin part off and added some magnets and put it on there. I thought I had a Maleficent pin because I'm keeping all the extra stuff in a Maleficent bag, but I don't have a Maleficent pin. So I use Stitch instead, because Stitch is my spirit animal, and he makes me happy. So that's Woodland Enchantress. I am happy with my progress. I'm. Will this make me ever want to do a gigantic Heaven and Earth designs? No, this one's 44,000 plus stitches. I think that's manageable. I can finish it. Can I finish a 400,000 plus one? Probably not. No. I know myself enough. I tried that with Hannah Lynn the first time. I was going to do the full coverage, and that, no. So we'll stick with these little 44,000 stitches and be happy that our progress moves along as swiftly as it does. I've got that little bit done, and I'm at 6 or 7%. I don't have my tablet with me, so I can't tell you for sure. But yeah, I'll probably be working on this. I know I'll be working on this more tonight. My husband's at work, wow, he's been retired almost, well, if you count his sick time that he took before he actually retired, he hasn't. My magnet came off. He hasn't worked in over a year now, so he's at a car race. He's not at work. Now, he did work this morning on our farm. We planted hay. So, and yes, that involves me going out and lifting 50-pound bags of seed and putting them in a planter. So that was my workout today. Let's see. We lifted 14 bags yesterday, and then we did 12, and then 7, so 19 today. 50 pounds each. And I bring them to him, and then I hand him a bag, and while he's opening that bag, I open another bag and we dump. And then I bring him a bag and my bag and we dump. So he lifts half the bags I lift. But it's called teamwork, and teamwork makes the dream work. And that's a life update. Okay, plans. I'm going to keep stitching on this. So next time you see me, I will have more progress on this. And I won't be here for a couple of weeks at least, because tomorrow we're leaving. We got our new RV. We'll get back to that. Okay, so plans. I'm gonna continue working on that. And then on my schedule is Prairie School or Santa's, so I'm gonna work on that. Famous last words. And then I'm also going to work on Tiny Modernists Hello Spring Part 1. And I think I'm going to do it on this. Ooh, that's about right. This piece of fabric. It's Luna Moth from Bestitch Me, 16 count Ada. So, yeah, I think the colors will be pretty on that. I don't have a dark blue, and I don't feel like buying more fabric. I have fabric. I'm not going to buy more. So those are my plans stitchy-wise. Life-wise, my husband and I, we got our new RV. We got it on the 20th of last month. And then, so this weekend we're taking it out for the first time. We're just going to a state park about 3 hours away, do a test run, make sure we have everything we need. And that way, if we don't, it's not too far to come back home. Just say that run was not a success. And then the weekend of the 12th, we're going up to Fort Worth because my daughter's birthday is on our youngest daughter, her birthday is on the 13th. So she doesn't know it yet, but we're going to go up there. We've talked to her boyfriend and his parents and all of that. And we're going to stay up there for the weekend and surprise her and celebrate her 26th birthday. It wouldn't bother me so bad my kid's getting older if it didn't mean I was getting older, but I am, so that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Just menopause. I just need to get through it already because the brain fog, the not sleeping, the drastic mood swings. Ladies, we don't, and gentlemen, I'm sorry if you're in here, but ladies, we need to talk about it more because my mama didn't tell me about it, and for a while there I thought I was going crazy until my doctor told me what it was. So, yeah. So I'm now telling my daughters, every aspect of it so it doesn't surprise them when it comes around in 20 years or so. But yeah. And I'm 47, and it hit me already. Probably about a year ago, the hot sweats, hot flashes, that's what they're called. They started. But, anywho, enough of that. Y'all don't want to hear about that. But we should be talking about it. It's a normal thing. It should not be a topic we don't discuss. Yeah. So, it is what it is. There are some people one that I want to give a shout out to. Jason Cross Stitches. He is new, and I think he's got 2 videos out. I think I just watched season 1, episode 2. I love him. He's so cute. He does some great stitching, and bravo to him for starting a channel. He said he tries to do one brave thing on his birthday, for his birthday, and I thought that was a brave thing, and he's got some really nice stitches, so if you're not over there watching him, go watch him. And that's about all I have today, so I will see y'all 3 weeks tops. Because, yeah. Well, it might be 2 weeks. It might, well, no. Because then we have Easter. And my house got volunteered for Easter this year. Yay. So, yeah. It'll be 3 weeks, maybe 4. Because I'm also then filling in for the lady that works at church after Easter. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Until then, I hope everybody has a great time stitching. Make sure to stitch what you love. Don't waste time on things that don't make you happy. Don't throw them away. Keep the fabric. But just don't spend time on things that don't make you happy. Spend the time on the things that make you happy. Like Woodland Enchantress. She makes me so happy right now. So much so that I'm neglecting everything else. So, try to be better. I'll try to be better. Y'all have a great night, and if I don't see you before then, happy Easter if you celebrate. And yeah. Bye.